Hi friends, hi Roulette players. Today I decided to give you some update about Roulex app because there was some time and no new video from me. So I think I have really good news for you, right? So far we have a interesting number of subscribers for the current version of the Rolex app. I think it provides really edge, and for us as well it earns money. Sometimes we have also the situations where simply we are going up and down with the money, so some losses, some gains, but it's more or less the same. This is normal behavior, right? But from the feedback from you, I think many of you are satisfied with that. For some of you was not working, so we decided not to use anymore the app. That's quite a normal situation. And what I received recently, also the questions about whether we plan something new, like a new feature or something what will bring again even further the whole app. And the answer currently is yes, we do. And I'll try to show you already what this might be. Actually, currently we use algorithm, let's call it algorithm number one, for the predictions based on AI structures and provided probabilities and this stuff. Plus we have a, let's say, set of parameters which you can influence directly for the algorithm. I'm not talking about money management, I'm talking about algorithm itself. And I simply challenge myself to say, let's use a different generative AI model, not like ChatGPT, but for example Claude, and ask for change some parameters and change the different how you look for the prediction of the roulette numbers, and create the code which will be even better in prediction of the outcomes in a certain, let's say, probabilities, right? So I worked on that some time. I made a lot of tests and I think I found it. The current results from the testing with the Claude and other AI tools, including my own test, shows then the probability, the predicted probability of the numbers, whether they will hit in, for example, next 20, 30 spins and so on, increased by 15 up to 25% comparing to algorithm 1, which we currently have in Rolex app. And I think it's significantly improved, and it's a huge advantage, I would say. So I was, of course, I'm always skeptical, saying if something looks very good, so I need to test that and then see by myself what's going on. So we actually work on that. So I use my like a test tool, my Visual Studio app, which is simply a basic one, not super nice and fancy, but it has the same functionality like a Rolex app, right? Plus, I developed this new algorithm number two in this app with a certain setting of the parameters, and these parameters will be maintained by you, and let it run with the test with different money management settings to see where it has edge, where it's really providing really 15-20% better predictions, and we want to see that in a bankroll, right? So now I'm gonna show you what I tried, and we can talk about it, right? So, but as I said, this algorithm number two is currently in development and will be part of the Rolex app for all of you who is subscribed or will be subscribed in the future. So you might have a solution like algorithm 1 and algorithm 2, because some of you are already quite happy with algorithm 1, so we want to keep it and add option for algorithm 2, which currently we are developing. I think the idea and the code in the Visual Studio I already have. Now we are putting that into the, let's say, web-based Rolex app, right? So I want to show you my test. This is the, as I said, this Visual Studio app. It's not super fancy, not nice, but it has a functionality which we are going to use also in Rolex app, right? And I run all of these tests with different money management settings. And we can see, for example, if I used spins 8, only one level, no variance from average, and a little bit higher progression aggressiveness, after 10,000 spins, it ended up in plus. I think it's quite very good result comparing then we are playing only 8 spins and drawdown was very acceptable. Another version which I actually tried was the same 8 spins but the progression average of 10, right? So this is significantly higher, and immediately it is ending up in minus. It might go to plus as well, but I wouldn't play this setting in real play anyway, but I want to test it, right? So you can see that this one is probably not our candidate to play with. This one is much better. Then I tried 16 spins, but a big huge variance from average 10, which again I do not play in a real life normally. So it is in plus, small plus, but again not huge things like drawdown 400, 500 and so on, but it's acceptable drawdown. Okay, we run only 1000 spins, can be different in another 1000 spins, but simply it's still able to be plus minus in the profit during the time, right? So then I tried 22 spins, keeping the progression aggressiveness a little bit higher than 4, a little bit, let's say, betting more than it could if you keep it like 4, and no variance for average, no increasing base bet if we lose the progression. But you can see this was a very small drawdown and very nice bankroll after 1000 spins, right? So it was very successful this run. Then we can compare. I also set it up like 10 spins and 2 levels with variance from average 2.5, and you can see it is in slight small minus. It has certain drawdown, so probably it's not the candidate to play with. Then I also tried 16 spins, but more aggressive progression aggressiveness, no variance from average, small plus, but also not big drawdown, so it might be still good candidate to play with. Then the currently winning one was 16 spins, progression aggressiveness not so high like this example 5.6, but 4.5, and variance from average 4. So, and this setup is by the way currently working the best for me. Even in live play you see the bankroll is very nice. Maybe in some runs will be in a minus and this stuff, but it really can come back very quickly, because the predictions I set for this algorithm number 2 are currently, based on the results, between 20% more accurate than algorithm 1, which we currently have a Roulette app. So it's a huge let's say step forward, I would say. Then I try the same, mostly setting like 16 spins in total, variance from average again 4, but changing numbers after each 4 spins, and it still ended up in a nice plus, right? So acceptable drawdown, nice bankroll after 1000 spins. Here is by the way after 2000 spins, right? And the last one is like playing longer sessions, like 25 spins, once from average like 3, it's normal, and normal progression aggressiveness 4. So again, end up in plus. It's maybe not so much competing to play because you play a lot of spins, but in total, if you compare it, only some crazy settings were in minus or small plus, but others were really doing fine. And this is, as I said, algorithm number 2, completely new one with the new parameters, which we are going to introduce in Roulette app, like a second option for you. Will be all part of the app for free for all subscribers or newcomers. It will be simply part of the app. This you can select and choose between algorithm 1 and 2 in the future, right? We're currently working on and develop that, so the plan is to bring it as fast as possible to you. Maybe we need some weeks to make it happen, but I believe this will be absolutely huge game changer for you, because as you can see the results are pretty good. I would say significantly better than algorithm 1 if I compare it. I'm currently always, we have to be careful because it's not still a holy grail like always winning, but as I can see from the results, I'm running many of them and playing with the parameters in the code of the algorithm, then it seems very promising. And I'm also not afraid to show you how it looks in a real code in a Visual Studio, just for fun a little bit. So this is the, let's say, tool where I develop the ideas of the all algorithms and the app. And what is highlighted here, these 4 parameters will be part of algorithm 2. So you know already prediction span and confidence threshold level, this you know. And these 2 are new, alpha and bias threshold, right? These 2 are new. Currently this setup, what you can see here, is used for the app results which you've seen just recently, right? So this is the setting. You can change alpha, you can change bias threshold, all 4, and test what is the best setup for you and which is the best money management. Currently I use this setting of these parameters for these results, right? And these results are pretty good, I would say, with certain settings. So this is the message from me. This is currently what we are working on. So soon you will see the second option for algorithm number 2, which seems to be like 20% at least better in prediction quality, and something you have a chance to hit your numbers higher, 20% higher than algorithm 1, let's say. From this one, plus you can maintain 4 parameters and fine tune it for you. So I believe this step forward, because I use the different AI tools to develop this algorithm, and the algorithm 1 was the like let's say template for that as well. So it's not gone or not used, it's still there, but maintained the way, then it provides really significantly better, more reliable predictions, which is exactly always our focus, right? So okay, thank you for your attention, and I think in a few days or weeks I will come back, and hopefully we will have it in a Rolex app fast and soon, and I make again a live play for you, and let's see whether this will be really success. We believe this is a huge big changer. Thank you very much, and see you soon.